Friends, family, YouTube people, just gonna, yep, you got it. We're talking about the best sex ever. Woo! So, anyway, so yesterday, that was the topic of our day. We talked about the best sex ever at our church, and I just kind of laid a foundation. Now, let me say this. If you go to the Facebook channel and you watch the message, just beware. I had taken Tylenol, cold, and flu, and was extremely sick. I told them, I said, what other church can you go to and you get to talk about sex and your pastor's high all at the same time? So I thought that was kind of a funny joke. I wasn't really high. It was more stoned than anything. So anyway, I had taken Tylenol, cold, and flu. Come to find out it has Sudafed in it. Sudafed totally rocks my world. I'm waiting to turn left here. If you can see in the background, you'll see turning on the road behind me in just a second. I've got Bryson with me. Well, not really with me. He's behind me, and we're headed to Lowe's because we're going to buy some cable for the church. But anyway, so yesterday's service was amazing. The worship was good. Jace, man, kudos to you. You did a great job. Jace did a great job. Bryson, Colt, Stu, Jade, y'all all did a wonderful job. We started with the song "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone." And man, it was cool. Then we did some other stuff and did some other songs. Then I started to preach, and it was intense. Anytime that you talk about sex in the church is going to be intense. I could talk about tithing, and it wouldn't be that intense. But I talked about sex. I laid that foundation. I talked about how great and godly sex begins between your ears between your legs. Yep, you heard it. Great and godly sex starts here, not down there. You got to get that right. So if you want to have great and godly sex, it's got to start where you're thinking. And I talked about how a lot of times we can't have great and godly sex. We can't be intimate with the person that we love because we may have some secret hidden past. And I talked about all kinds of stuff yesterday. I talked about how maybe for you or for people anywhere, heck, could have been for me, but maybe there's something that happened 20 years ago that we haven't told our partner about, our spouse about. We haven't told them about it, and because of that, we can't be intimate with them, and it keeps us from being intimate with them. It keeps us from being close to our kids. All kinds of stuff in that whole genre, and that realm of stuff. See, you see Bryson right there? That's Bryson. Yep, Bryson's behind us. So anyway, I just want to say that yesterday's service was amazing. We talked about sex. This coming Sunday, we're going to be talking about what does God say, or what does Satan, the lies that Satan's telling married couples about sex. Believe it or not, there are sexual lies that Satan is telling married couples. So I can't wait until this week. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be awesome. Bryson's already been working on the set list for this coming Sunday, and I'm excited about it. I love it. I can't wait. But I love you guys. I hope that if you're experiencing any kind of sexual shame, one thing that I did say, I was talking about that Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. I took it all the way back to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. I talked about how when they were exposed because of Satan's sin, because of Satan telling them, hey, you take this forbidden fruit. I talked about how they went and they were ashamed that they were naked. They were not ashamed because of their sin. They were ashamed because they were naked. And they felt naked and they felt ashamed because of that. And then they hid themselves with fig leaves. Well, what you may not know, and what I didn't know until I had studied, was fig leaves actually have little thorns on them. So the very thing that they were covering their sin and their shame with was hurting them. And that's exactly what we do in our lives. We try to cover our sin and our shame, and I just want to tell you, it brings hurt, it brings destruction in our lives. So we need to drop the fig leaves, and we just need to expose that thing. We need to confess our secret shame. We need to get some biblical counseling. We need to counsel with somebody, tell somebody, so that you can get through that sexual sin. And I don't know what it may be for you. Maybe you were abused as a kid. You may have been molested or experienced something as severe as rape. You need to get rid of that. You need to seek some godly counsel for that and get over it, because I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. The shame and the guilt, first of all, it's not your fault, all right? Know that. It is not your fault. And you need to get over that. You need to get past that, and the only way that you can get past it is to confess it, get some counseling, tell somebody. But the biggest thing that I said was, hey, give it to Jesus. Seriously, you got to give it to God. If you can't give your secret shame to God, then you're probably not admitting to yourself that you have some kind of past that's broken. So start with that. Let's give our stuff to God. Admit to yourself that you got a problem. Once you realize, hey, I do have an issue, I've got a problem, then you can give it to God, and God can do a crazy, unbelievable work in your life. So that's what I've got for today. I hope that you enjoyed that for Monday. I love you guys. I love you ladies. Remember, hit that subscribe button down there, and then there's a little bell notification. I don't know if it's on that side or that side, but hit the bell notification so that you'll know whenever I post something new, and you'll be able to like it, subscribe to it, whatever. You'll be able to put it on whatever social media account that you have. Hopefully it's beneficial to you. But I love you. I hope that you have a great week. Happy Monday. Peace out.